Do you find yourself being more tired than usual? That you don't wake up feeling as rested as maybe you used to? And maybe it doesn't even matter how many hours of sleep you get, even if you're trying to get extra sleep, it just never seems enough. And it doesn't matter how much rest you're getting, it seems like you always need more. Are you maybe feeling sluggish throughout the day? Maybe you're feeling more frustrated and irritated than usual. Maybe you're getting angry easier. And maybe you just don't have that motivation to do things like you used to. And maybe you can't seem to get everything done or as much done in a day that you used to get. Well, stick with me in this video and I am going to talk about why this might be. And especially if you are somebody who is 40 and over, this is for you. Hello, my beautiful people. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Grady and I am the counselor and transformational coach at Butterfly Project. So today, this is a video. I know I haven't done one in a while, you guys. I've just been dealing with a lot. I'm working behind the scenes and just lots of different changes in my life over the last few months. So things are finally going to stabilize a little bit now, and I promise this time that I will definitely be doing a lot more of these videos. But one thing that keeps coming up, in regards to sessions with clients, I even have friends and family members, and I even personally have gone through this, is, feeling a lot more tired, unmotivated, doesn't seem to matter how much rest you get, maybe being a little bit more irritated or frustrated easily. And, these things aren't just signs of you needing more sleep. Because if you've tried to get more sleep, you're probably finding that that is not enough. And it doesn't really matter how much rest that you seem to get. It's like it's never enough. Well, here's the thing, you guys, that people aren't talking about right now. But it is true, and I've done so much research. As you all know, I love learning, and especially if clients of mine or I'm going through something, I definitely will dive deep into finding answers. And the thing is that, just think about it. You've been around for 40 plus years, right? Maybe 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70 years, okay? Or more. And I mean, maybe you're even in your 30s and you're struggling with this already, because times are changing. And with the times changing, our bodies actually change. So here's what's happening, you guys. When we're in the later years, yes, I know people talk about, our body is different, things are changing. Yeah, that's part of it. But it's not the entirety of it. And actually, it's not even really the whole thing. Because I even remember my parents at this age, and I don't remember them, complaining and feeling like this. Times are definitely changing. So first thing is, think about it. Let's say 45 years. Let's say you're 45. I'm just going to use that as my example. 45 years that you've been alive. And you, especially in our teens and our 20s, maybe even in our 30s, we are accomplishing so much. We're probably not eating the best. We're having fun. We're partying. We're getting out there. We're doing all these things. And our body's taking the hit, okay? Especially our livers, right? And our heart. We're breathing a lot more shallow in our world today. We're more indoors. We're not outside as much. We're not getting all the vitamins and minerals that we need in the foods. We're eating, now there's fast food everywhere, more readily available. Whereas 50 years ago, it wasn't like that. So now we're eating a lot more junk, right? And we're having, late nights with the TV. I still remember, being a kid and, maybe falling asleep on the couch, and it was woken up by, I forget what it's called, but, the bars, and it was making that noise like TV's off, right? At a certain time. And now TV is accessible at all times, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's no off, really. And a lot of us have learned to use it as coping strategies, right? Late night snacking and eating junk food and, going through the drive through because it's just so much easier and we're tired and forget about making dinner and, oh, I forgot to make my lunch or I was too tired to do it. And so now I'm going to go through the drive through in the morning and we're not eating the way that we should be. But on top of that, we've really put our bodies through the ringer. And one of the biggest things that we've done is lack of sleep. We have sacrificed sleep. I know you have. Don't tell me you haven't, because I know you have. We've all done it. Lack of sleep, especially in our teenage years, our 20s, and probably even in our 30s, because we're building lives and we're going to school and getting educations and starting our careers, and then we're getting married, having kids, and or just having kids, whatever. And then we're going through things like maybe separations, divorces, building houses, moving from place to place, all of these things, right? We're going through all of this, and it is so much on your body. It is so much work. And here's what was never taught and what you probably haven't learned. And even if you know this as knowledge, you probably aren't implementing it into your life. And, it's listening to your body. And it's one thing that I know we hear our bodies. Our body is very loud. Our body is really intelligent. Our body is almost like has its own brain, right? Separate from you. The body will always communicate with you and tell you what's going on. So this is also why actually meditating or even doing a little bit of breath work, if you've been a client of mine, you know that I'm always pushing the box breathing method, right? So you're taking a deep breath in for a count of 4, and then you're holding it for 4 counts, you're letting it out for 4 counts, and you're doing that 4 times, okay? So one full round like that takes you about 2 minutes. Doing this at the morning, in the morning, doing this before you go to sleep, doing this maybe midday at lunchtime, just centering yourself, going within, right? Closing your eyes, connecting to your breath, taking those deep breaths, slowing things down. It slows your nervous system. It gets oxygen into your cells. We're able to think clearer, feel better, more relaxed. And when you sit there in that state, you can then even take a moment to ask your body what it's feeling. Okay? That's one way to do it. The other way is that you could be going through life. Maybe you catch a cold. Maybe you're feeling extra tired. Maybe you have a flare up of something. I deal with allergies and stuff, and I'll have flare ups. And it's like, why was that happening? Well, it wasn't just the allergy. It's not that there's more of, that stuff in my environment or, what I'm ingesting, because I have, some allergies that way. But it's not just that, right? Our bodies just, and it's not so much allergies. I actually have intolerances, but our bodies don't tolerate foods the same way because food is not made the same way. So if you're not eating a whole foods diet, if you're eating things that have been processed, and even wheat or anything, that's been processed, first of all, from the beginning, it's not even the same thing anymore. There's all these pesticides and everything going in, and then the processing is a lot more, and there's added chemicals and different ingredients that we can't pronounce, and all these things that our bodies can't deal with. So the liver is working overdrive. Guess what? If you are 40 or over, your body's tired. So the example, 45 years old, 45 years of this, of, sacrificing sleep because you had to, study for that exam, and you're working up the ladder on your career and building a business and, kids and all these things. Sacrificing sleep. Your body needs sleep. So now it's in a sleep deficit. And I mean years worth of a sleep deficit. And around 40 or afterwards, your body says, that's it, I'm on strike, or I quit, I can't do this anymore. Some people, unfortunately, our bodies quit. And for other people, it goes on strike and it says, nope, you're not going to push yourself this way anymore. I can't do it. Your body's always communicating. So you can go within and you can ask your body what it's feeling, but you can also listen to the, cries that it's giving you and the shout outs. And, it's really loud and clear what it's telling you. And if you don't listen to that first warning, right, or the first cry out, it will continue and it will get louder and stronger and louder and stronger. So I've, recently gone through a bit of, what I think it's a combination of things, but burnout is a big thing. And I know a lot of my clients experience this. And I have clients right now that are experiencing this and they don't understand why. They're like, I've never felt like this before. I could always, go, 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 get up super early, go to bed late, get everything done, do all these things. I can't do as much throughout the day as I used to. And I also can't, um, you know, uh, go all day like this. I'm tired. I'm asleep on the couch by 7 p.m. or, 9 or 10. I can't stay up late anymore. All those things. I can't manage as much. I'm getting frustrated and angry easier. Well, guess why? Why are you getting irritated all of a sudden easier? Because you've had 40 plus years of stress. And in our day and age, here's another point that people don't talk about or don't realize. In our day and age, our brains, that's the other organ that's taken a hit, right? I mean, lack of sleep is affecting your brain and every organ, your entire body, but your brain is taking a big hit with constant emails, social media, all of this information, and it's overwhelming. It's like system overload, and then the system just shuts down or starts, the system gets, damaged, corrupted, right? Like it just can't work as well. I'm talking about, electronics, phones, computers. Think about that. So think about your body and what you're putting it through and what it's going through. So I'm going to challenge you, especially throughout the summer, if you're in the northern hemisphere, and if you're not, you're, in the southern hemisphere, it should be, I think, fall or winter, or it would be winter there. And whatever season you're going through, this is a really good time, summertime, great time for us to slow things down, go outside, get lots of fresh air and extra sunlight. Wintertime, slow things down, hibernate, go within, do a lot more resting, relaxing, asking your body what it needs, what it's feeling, right? But this is also a big cue to listen to the inner voice. And I guarantee you, if you're over 40, your inner self, your soul, your spirit, whatever you want to call it, your higher self, has been sending you messages internally. And what's the message? It is telling you to slow down. It's probably saying, hey, peace, calm, slow, serenity, freedom. Peace, serenity, and freedom is what our bodies crave, 40 and over, right? Doesn't want the hustle and bustle anymore. You've now had a lot of life experience, and by now you've probably realized what matters and what is mostly important in your life. And what is it? Your health, family and friends, food, shelter, right? Maybe a vehicle to get around, having stability. That's what your body craves. It wants a stable, peaceful, serene life with freedom to enjoy life. Because now we're going into this next half of life, right? And this is why so many people go through what's called the midlife crisis. This is what it's about. It's trying to figure out, you're going into this next stage. What's important to me? What do I value? Some people don't want to let go to, the years before. But I'm telling you, listen to the inner voice, that inner cry that your body is sending you. It wants you to slow down, minimize, clear out, declutter your mind, your space, your social media, your anything that is digital, right? Declutter. Get back to basics. That's what your body wants. Get back to basics. Peace, serenity, freedom, stability. That's what we crave. You're seeing this more and more and more today, with people wanting to slow down, moving to places that force them to do it, downsizing, all these things, right? Less is more today. So this is my message for you. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that you take this information and maybe make some, positive, healthy changes in your life. I promise you, your body will thank you for it. And if you're new here, oh, welcome. Thanks so much for being here. And if you have already been here, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to do all the things. Like this video, comment down below, share my video and channel with others. I would truly appreciate it. It does help my channel to grow and to get my messages out there. And if you know me, my biggest passion is actually to help as many people as I possibly can. That leads me to my next video, which I will be talking about passion. And what else? What did I forget? I can't remember. Anyways, I hope you are all having a wonderful start to this next season. We just had the summer solstice where I am. So yeah, I hope that you are doing well, and I wish you all peace, love, and light. Until next time. Bye-bye.